You reach the final moment. Pleasure happens, your body responds, but nothing comes out. Not a drop, not a sign. And yet, you get up, clean yourself, and pretend everything was normal. But it wasn't. That detail, the one most people prefer to ignore, might be your body's first warning that something inside has changed. And if this has been happening to you, don't ignore it. Because yes, ejaculating without semen can be a red flag, but it can also be an opportunity, a chance to understand in time what your body is trying to tell you about circulation, hormones, and vitality. In my practice, I see this all the time. Men who still have desire, still have physical response, but feel like something's missing, and most only seek help when the issue turns into fear, insecurity, or frustration. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you why dry ejaculation happens when it could mean something serious, and how to act safely and naturally to restore firmness, volume, and confidence. Before we move on, 2 quick things. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. That way, you'll get videos like this every week, clear, honest, and straight to the point. Leave 1 word in the comments. If this has happened to you, type dry. If you've never noticed a difference, type normal. Your response helps me understand where to go next. Now let's keep going, because what comes next might change how you see your own body. The absence of semen doesn't always come with pain. There isn't always trauma, inflammation, or a clear warning. Sometimes the body just goes quiet. And in older men, that silence often has more than one reason. It could be a physical blockage, like a duct that slowly narrowed over time until it blocked the flow. It could be a side effect of medication, antidepressants, blood pressure pills, prostate drugs, interfering with the nervous system's commands. It could be a hormonal imbalance, when testosterone drops sharply, and with it, the body's ability to produce enough seminal fluid. Or in many cases, it's simply a reflection of age and lifestyle, chronic stress, poor sleep, inflammatory diet, and completely inactive pelvic muscles. The body tries to compensate, but there comes a point when the entire system, prostate, testicles, seminal vesicles, begins to operate at its limit. The result? Pleasure still happens, but the release doesn't. Or so little comes out that it feels like something got lost along the way. And in a way, it did. It lost strength, flow, and firmness of response. It's not uncommon to hear men describe this experience with surprising emotional weight. "Doctor, I still feel everything, but it's like I'm not really there." That sentence reveals something deep, because for many men, ejaculation isn't just physical. It's a symbolic confirmation of presence, potency, continuity. And when that fails, even just in volume, something inside goes silent too. That's why understanding the cause is the first step, not just to bring back the fluid, but to recover what it represents. Before we continue, let me share something that can help you take this further. If the absence of semen has affected your self-esteem, if you feel your body still reacts, but something is missing, presence, firmness, connection, I wrote a special guide to help you. In my digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, I bring together practical, natural, and up-to-date guidance for men who want to reclaim vitality, overcome or heal physical and emotional challenges, and live a more connected, intimate life, even after 60. It's a step-by-step roadmap for anyone ready to leave doubt behind, reignite desire, and reconnect with the pleasure of being fully present, capable, and alive. You can access the book right now. The link is in the first pinned comment. And if this video is already helping you, what you'll find there might surprise you even more. Now that you know where this process can start to fail, let's look at how your lifestyle can either speed up or reverse that change. Most men who come to the office aren't there because they've lost desire, and it's not always complete dysfunction. They come because they've noticed something has changed, and they can't explain what. Pleasure still happens, but not like before. The volume has decreased. Sometimes it's gone completely. And along with it came the question, is this normal? Is it just my age? But in most cases, it's not about age. It's the result of small decisions repeated every day that slowly shut down production without you even noticing. Think about how you've been living. You wake up tired after a poor night's sleep. Go straight for black coffee, often on an empty stomach. Sit for hours staring at a screen without a single pause. Barely move, shallow breathing, body constantly in alert mode. Your reproductive system feels that. Because contrary to what many believe, it doesn't work alone. It depends on balance, on time, on resources your body only provides when it feels safe. If your body is stuck in survival mode, it will prioritize the basics, keeping you awake, productive, alert, and it will shut down what it sees as non-essential. Ejaculation is on that list, not because it's unimportant, but because it requires something your body, in this state, can't afford: physiological availability. Producing semen takes energy, water, minerals, and a coordinated hormonal effort. When any of those pieces are missing, the process weakens, the fluid decreases, the force of the release drops, the sensation changes, and you, who never gave this a second thought, begin to notice that something essential has been lost. Some men tell me, "Doctor, nothing came out," but the pleasure was the same. And that's the most misleading part, because the body still delivers part of the experience, while hiding the sign that it's falling out of balance. The absence of semen isn't the end of your masculinity, but it is a symptom. And like any symptom, it can be addressed if you understand the cause. Medication doesn't always help, because if the root is lifestyle, pills only mask the issue. You have to give your body back what it's been missing: deep sleep, real nourishment, pauses that allow your nervous system to reset. The reproductive axis, brain, testicles, prostate, functions like an orchestra. And an orchestra doesn't perform well when its musicians are stressed, underfed, and exhausted. That's why men who return to simple habits, walking in the sun, breathing deeply, eating mindfully, often regain their ability to produce semen in both quantity and quality. It's not magic. It's biology. Your body didn't stop. It's just in defense mode. And it's up to you to show, through your actions, that it's safe to return to its natural rhythm. Most men think food only affects their cholesterol, blood sugar, or weight, but almost no one considers the direct link between food and semen production. And that link is very real, and stronger than you might think. Semen production depends on a chain of biochemical events that only occur when your body is getting the right nutrients and eliminating the wrong ones. The problem is, most meals are filled with foods that inflame, block, and slow down the system. White flour, refined sugar, fried foods, processed meats, ultra-processed products that promise quick energy, but only deliver liver overload, oxidative stress in your blood vessels, and silent hormonal disruption. Every time you eat something like that, your body shifts into correction mode. It tries to compensate for the glucose spike, handle the excess sodium, and neutralize chemical additives. But all of that takes effort. And when your body is too busy fixing what went wrong, it doesn't have the capacity to produce what it should. Semen production starts with hormonal signals, but it relies on the health of glands like the prostate and seminal vesicles. And those structures are extremely sensitive to chronic inflammation. The wrong foods feed that process: silent, slow, and destructive. But on the other hand, there are foods that do the opposite. They provide the building blocks your body needs to restore semen volume, improve fluid quality, and even bring back the power of the release. They're not magic formulas. They're specific nutrients, used at the right time, in the right way. Take arginine, for example, found in watermelon and pumpkin seeds, which helps relax blood vessels and increase glandular blood flow. Zinc, found in eggs, oysters, lean meats, is essential for spermatogenesis and semen vitality. Omega-3, from walnuts, chia seeds, and fish, helps reduce inflammation and balance hormones. Vitamin E, from dark leafy greens and cold-pressed oils, supports cellular integrity in the seminal vesicles. And water. Yes, water, simple, often forgotten, is the base of every fluid your body produces, including semen. You can't expect volume if your body is dehydrated from the inside. You can't expect power if the fuel you give your body every day is full of toxins. And here's the key point. Change starts on your plate. Not with extreme diets, but with choices that feed function, not just your stomach. Men who replace white bread with oats, add citrulline-rich fruits to their breakfast, and choose healthy fats instead of refined oils all report the same thing. Their bodies start working again. The response returns. They feel present. Again. In this context, ejaculation stops being an effort and becomes the natural result of a nourished, awakened, and balanced body. It's not about eating less, it's about eating right, and understanding that when it comes to sexual health, what you put in your mouth in the morning determines what your body can give you at night. He walked into my office with his shoulders low, his voice subdued, and eyes trying to hide more than they revealed. I called his name, and it took him a moment to answer. He sat down, took a deep breath, and said, "Doctor, the pleasure is still there, but nothing comes out anymore, and it's really messing with me." His name was Charles, 69 years old, married for over 40 years, 2 children, 4 grandchildren, a man of few words and many stories, hardworking, disciplined, but clearly disconnected from his own body. As he explained what had been going on, his voice shifted between guilt and confusion. Is it just age? Is it over for me? But that wasn't it. Charles wasn't on any medication, no serious health issues in his records, but he was carrying the weight of years of rigid routines, poor sleep, and rushed meals. He woke up before sunrise, drank only black coffee, ate lunch in a hurry, and had dinner late at night. He never paused, never looked inward, and that's when I leaned in and said, "Your body hasn't stopped. It's just asking for help, in the only way it knows how." I explained what you already know, that the absence of semen can have multiple causes, and in many cases, it can be reversed. I showed him how food, rest, and physical stimulation could reactivate pathways that had gone dormant. But what really reached Charles wasn't the data or the diagrams. It was when I looked him in the eye and said, "It's not just about semen, it's about you feeling present, whole, capable." The next week he came back, different, not saying everything was perfect, but smiling, standing taller. And then, almost as if he didn't mean to say it out loud, "Last night I felt it. Not much, but it was mine." It had been a long time since I recognized myself down there. Charles followed the guidance. He started walking in the sun, changed his breakfast, added foods he'd never even tasted before, and more importantly, he started listening to his own body. 2 weeks later, I got a short, powerful message from him. "Doctor, I'm back. My wife noticed before I did." This story, like so many I've witnessed, reveals a truth few say out loud. Potency isn't just about the volume of semen. It's about being conscious of a body that responds, that feels, that's alive. When ejaculation returns, it's not just physical relief. It's a quiet confirmation that the man is there again, fully, inside and out. And that's why every signal matters. Every symptom has value. Every small shift can be the start of a return. Understanding what's happening is the first step. But applying that knowledge in your daily life, that's what changes everything. And here's something important. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't need to change everything overnight or live like an athlete. Your body responds to small efforts, as long as they're done consistently. The first shift begins in the morning, because that's when your body is most open to everything that can either help or hurt your intimate function. When you wake up, your hormonal system is more sensitive. Your metabolism is still in a fasting state. And what you choose to eat right then sets the tone for how your body will behave for the rest of the day. Swap black coffee on an empty stomach for warm water with lemon or a gentle herbal tea. This helps your liver process built-up toxins and tells your body it's safe to relax. Include healthy fats like avocado, seeds, or boiled eggs. Quality fats are essential for testosterone production and the cellular health of your sexual glands. Don't skip breakfast. Even if you're not hungry, eat something light, natural, and nourishing. Oats with chia, banana with cinnamon, a handful of nuts. All of these feed and protect, without weighing you down. The second shift is movement. A daily 20 to 30-minute walk outdoors is enough to activate pelvic circulation. And if you can do it under sunlight, even better. Sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, lifts your mood, and boosts vitamin D, vital for testicular function. Add simple pelvic floor exercises. Tighten the muscles you'd use to stop. Urine midstream. Hold for 5 seconds and release. Repeat this 10 times, 3 times a day. It's simple, discreet, and incredibly effective over time. The third shift is sleep. Nothing you do during the day replaces the healing power of deep sleep. That's when your body resets hormones, repairs tissue, and recharges systems. Dim bright lights at night. Turn off screens at least 30 minutes before bed, and create a simple evening ritual. A warm shower, a calming tea, slow breathing. That's when your body understands, now it's time to rebuild. And finally, maybe the most important part, listen to the signs. Your body speaks, but it doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, through fatigue that lingers, a sensation that's missing, or a response that feels incomplete. Respecting those whispers and adjusting your pace is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. A man who understands that early avoids bigger losses down the road. That's where the line is drawn between aging passively and maturing by reigniting everything you thought you had lost. The absence of semen doesn't just speak about the body, it reflects the relationship you've built with your body over a lifetime. It speaks to how you see yourself, what you expect from yourself, and what you've learned, often in silence, about what it means to be a man. Behind a dry ejaculation, there's more than just a symptom. There's a request from the body asking for more care, from the mind, asking to be heard, and from the soul, asking to be recognized, not as failure, but as presence. Many men carry this change quietly. They feel the difference but don't say it. They notice the emptiness but pretend nothing's wrong, as if admitting this shift meant accepting defeat. But it doesn't. What you do with that signal determines the course of your health in the years ahead. Denying it won't fix it. Delaying won't heal it. But embracing the symptom as a turning point, that changes everything. It turns shame into understanding, fear into control, insecurity into reconnection. Male potency isn't just about physical hardness. It lives in the way you care for yourself, how you respond to challenges, and how you choose not to fade over time, but to rebuild with awareness and respect. And if you've made it this far, it's because that's what you want. You want to be present. You want to feel confident again. You want to feel your body working, as it should, with no tricks, no false promises, and no chemical crutches. And that's why I invite you to continue this journey with me. If this content resonated with you, subscribe to the channel now. Every week, I bring clear, safe, and natural guidance on male intimate health, always with respect. No taboos, no fluff. Like this video. It helps spread this knowledge to more men like you, who deserve to live with dignity and strength. And check out the other videos on the channel. There's so much more waiting for you. Treat your body like an ally. It may have faltered, but it hasn't abandoned you. It's asking for your attention, and there's still time to respond. My name is Emily Harris, a specialist in men's health, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then.